What's going on, guys? Welcome to a random video on this channel. Today's video we're talking about some of these mobile carriers. A lot of people have questions. In the previous video when I was talking about T-Mobile, oddly enough, some people were angry and they were saying, can you hear us now? They were actually fans of Sprint, or possibly they might work for Sprint. Now, first of all, I didn't even know Sprint had fans. But if your company does have fans, or those were people that work for your company or whatever, I am going to answer your question. Now listen, Sprint. First of all, your company is so awful. I don't know why you're on social media posting anything about your company because they're that ridiculous. But to answer your question, can we hear you now? No, actually we can't, because your mobile data network is so awful. No offense, Sprint, but your company is ridiculous, and if you do have fans or even employees that are posting that nonsense to my videos about your company is a joke. And the reason why is because you guys don't improve your mobile data network, not like the other companies out there. Now, if we go to their website, link in the description, you can see Sprint's mobile data plans compared to the other companies out there. Just looking at the pricing, you know, some people were saying the other day, hey, Sprint has cheaper pricing than T-Mobile. Yeah, they have cheaper pricing for people that recently switched to their new unlimited data plan, but for customers that were using Sprint before that, they can't upgrade to that plan. And that's different with T-Mobile. With T-Mobile, anyone can upgrade to the new unlimited data plan, which they're calling T-Mobile One or even One Plus. So that's the difference between T-Mobile and Sprint. If you see a promotion and it's a better price, you have to call T-Mobile and you can get that price. Now with T-Mobile, if you're talking about their network itself, even when you look at this hotspot data, you go beyond 10 gigabytes. With Sprint, you're going to get slow to 2G. With T-Mobile, 3G. Now the reason why it's even like that is because T-Mobile has a better network than Sprint. When people in the industry are talking about a company possibly merging with another, one, they could be doing great things, or they're that awful where another company would acquire their customers and technology and they would merge with another company. So the way Sprint is ran is not impressive, and everybody in the industry knows this. It goes from their customer service to the lack of improvements with their mobile data network, and then you combine the two, it is not a good experience for consumers. It's not a company that a lot of people are going to right now. Most of the people that are talking about Sprint acknowledge the fact that a lot of their customers are going to T-Mobile. And if you want to talk about T-Mobile, which I've talked about T-Mobile and I continue to talk about T-Mobile, where T-Mobile is doing a lot of impressive things because they're improving their network and also the way they price the mobile data plans. Again, if I look at this from Sprint, one line is $50 per month who switched to Sprint now. Or again, if you switch to Sprint and you use that new unlimited data plan and you can upgrade to this because they don't want to anger people that just switch to Sprint. That's why they're allowing that. Now, after one line, you can get as many as 5 lines, and that's going to be $90 per month, $22.50 per line. Yes, that's a good price. They're really competing with Verizon, AT&T, and also T-Mobile. They know why they don't want to talk about T-Mobile too often, because yes, they have a CEO is out there a lot. The pricing and their mobile data network is really competitive. It's so competitive that they've gained so many Sprint customers that when they talk about any of the mobile carriers, for Sprint to even talk about T-Mobile, people are going to laugh because you really are not improving your own company. So you guys are really not about innovating, and that's a problem with your company. So again, when people are talking about who's the best out there, if you look at Sprint and you talk about what their quote-unquote unlimited data plan is, it's not really unlimited because they even cap your video quality at 1080p. That's not unlimited. Again, I really wasn't going to go out there and trash Sprint because I thought it was obvious. But if you really do have fans, or if it's people from your company that want to say stuff about what you guys are doing, can you hear us now? No, Sprint, we can't hear you now because you probably have an awful phone and you can't even connect to your own mobile data network. That's what's going on. No offense, Sprint, but if you want to start talking about your company on my videos, whether it's your fans, again, or people that work for your company, that argument is laughable. It's not even an argument. You guys are not an impressive company. Just merge with another company. Stop talking trash because you guys are selling these plans, and now other people who have an unlimited data plan are paying more money because that's the way you guys are. You're the typical mobile carrier. You're not impressive. Even if you have this cheap service, that's exactly what it is. It's cheap service because your mobile data network is not impressive at all. You picked the wrong channel to have that argument, Sprint. You should probably tell your fans or even people from your company not to chirp, because if you guys go and chirp, we're going to make sure that you guys are being real about what you guys are doing. Now, if you post your prices here, which it seems like you have competitive pricing, but there's a problem with all of this. is the fact that if you don't have an impressive mobile data network, then customers are just getting cheap pricing without the actual good service from your company. So that's what's really going on. And even if I compare them to the other companies out there, you hear $90 for 5 lines of service, and then they compare their pricing currently to the other companies out there, including AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Yeah, with Verizon, you're going to spend $200, or even AT&T, $205, and with T-Mobile, $180. You know why people are spending that kind of money? Because they want their phone to work. And if you even want to compare Sprint to T-Mobile, $50 to $70. That's a $20 difference. If you know that T-Mobile is a more impressive network, and if they have a promotion going on, you can upgrade anytime you want, and there's a $20 difference compared to a really awful mobile data network like Sprint. Some people might want to use Sprint because it's cheaper, and I realize that, even people commenting on the videos. But if we're talking about the better company, and also the better mobile network, then it's T-Mobile. And if you want to talk about the services that you're actually getting, when you see that T-Mobile changed that whole thing with the HD video, and you're actually getting unlimited HD video, and then Sprint is out here capping the video quality at 1080p, then you have to ask questions to Sprint also why they're even doing that. And after 10 gigabytes of hotspot data, again, it slows to 2G. And when the company slows that data to 2G, the reason why they do that is because they don't have the network capacity to provide those services for consumers to use their mobile data network with the fastest speeds possible. So, Sprint, if you want to say anything about your company, it really should just be about when are you guys going to merge with another company? And that is real talk about Sprint. Now, as far as Verizon and AT&T, Verizon and AT&T have more expensive services, but that's because they also have TV and home internet services. And then you have a situation where a company has all those services and loyal customers who've used those services for a really long time, and they realize that their loyal customers are going to continue to pay additionally because it's their company. And that's what goes on with Verizon and AT&T. That's what it looks like. Because if you're an AT&T customer and you want to use DirecTV Now, and even with Verizon, you can use their TV app without using your data. They also have Go90, and also the fact that you don't have to pay for the NBA League Pass, and they have other things going on with Verizon. Verizon and AT&T, they're interesting companies, but they're not pricing their plans like T-Mobile. So if we're just talking about the mobile data plans, the way I look at it is that T-Mobile is really competitive based on their mobile data network and also the pricing. Now with Sprint, people might use them because of the pricing. But if we're talking about their mobile data network also, not an impressive company. And they have a lot of work to do if they even want to improve their own mobile data network. But I think, just like a lot of other people have been saying, they're looking for their company to merge with another company. So that's why I think about what's going on with some of these mobile carriers. Link in the description again to that page on Sprint's website where you can compare the current pricing from all these mobile carriers. But I'd like to know what you guys think about all of this. Post your comments down below. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.